How's everybody doing today? It's another day in the trailer park stores. I want to make this one really quickly because I'm on lunch and I'm trying to get back to what I'm trying to eat here. I'll show y'all something up here first. You see that? This here? There be no fines if you pay on time. Or when you pay on time. Remember that. I'm tired of evicting people because you people want to run away every time that you don't want to pay. You just see your landlord and it's like, oh my goodness, I can't go and pay my rent. Another thing, check your state to make sure that your state is one of those that you can get away with not paying if something is wrong. The state I live in, that is not the case. You still have to pay. You can go to court because they are not fixing stuff and have half your rent taken off until they get it fixed. But there are channels you have to go through. You cannot just stop paying your rent. Don't just stop paying your rent. That's horrible. Don't do it. You're still living there, aren't you? Don't stop paying. Okay? Alright. That being said, it is funny to watch people scatter like roaches whenever you see a house that's got like 10, 15 cars sitting outside and everybody's having a good time. There's a good party going on. Landlord pulled down the road and they're like, oh, uh-oh, I gotta go. Everybody gotta go. It's gone right now. Gotta go. They scatter like roaches. Speaking of scattering a lot of like roaches, a couple years back I had the Roach Motel from Hell. That's right, I said the Roach Motel from Hell. Now the Roach Motel from Hell is actually a trailer. It was a 3-bedroom. And this place was nasty. We got it back from these people and the smell I was not prepared for. I come walking up to the door and we got our papers in our hands saying, oh, we're just going to open the door and be good. Because I did not take that pre-breath before I got to the door. And if some of you people who've been in some of these places know what I'm talking about. You got to take a pre-breath. All right. So I'm like, walk up, open the door. Oh my God, I start puking. My maintenance guy, he's like, I got this. I can take these pictures. He got past the kitchen and down the hallway just a little bit, started coming out running, and he got his pictures, he did, but they were quick and they were shut. Problem was, we walked in, and I'm sure you can see this little crack right here behind me, so Eve here. There would have been about 5 or 6 cities in like that much of a span. It'd be like city, 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 city. All of them got roads. All of them have, it's nasty. It is horrible. This place was so full of roaches that as he's running in to take the pictures, all you hear is crunch, 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 crunch. Horrible. They start dropping off the ceiling. They're coming out of these little towns and cities like freaking Spartans on their way to war. Like, these things are coming off the ceiling. They're dive bombing onto him. They're dropping off the ceiling. They're coming out of the walls. They're following him on the floor. He comes walking back out of there like, ah! This place was so bad. I called 2 different pest control people. One, way too expensive. Probably would have done a great job, but he was way too expensive. And then he wanted to sign up contract for all this other stuff. No. Alright. No. I called the second one. He's like, I got a trainee. If you let him do it, I'll give you a deal. I was like, I think you need to come see this first. This is pretty bad. He's like, oh, I've seen all of them. This guy shows up. He grabs his little pump-up sprayer, and he pumps the pump-up sprayer up, and he goes walking up to the door with the thing. He opens the door, and then he closes the door. Why? Because he's like, I need reinforcements. This little pump-up sprayer ain't gonna do it. He's like, I'll be back in 2 days. He comes back in 2 days. He's got 2 trucks, 3 guys, one of which is the trainee. You can tell where he goes. These guys show up with trucks that have got tanks in the bed that are huge. It's like a 1,000-gallon tank in the bed of this freaking truck. In each one of these trucks. And one guy grabs a pump-up sprayer, the main dude does, and he walks over and starts spraying little holes around the windows and things like that, pre-doing it, while everybody else is getting their stuff on. So the other two guys, they get their suits on, they put their masks on, they grab their wands with this long hose, and one guy, their trainee, gets sent inside. Now, when he gets sent inside, he opens the door and instantly just takes a couple steps back. It's like, whoa, no, I don't get paid enough for this. He goes over, and the main guy's like, hey, you do get paid enough for this. That's what the suit is for. Just start spraying. He goes in, he's spraying walls, he's spraying ceilings, he's spraying floors, he's spraying everywhere. And when he comes out, and the other guy, he's running around the house spraying the yard, spraying the underpinning, spraying the house, getting underneath the underpinning, spraying the bricks. He sprayed the house next door and the one behind and the sheds, and they sprayed a lot of stuff. They had to do that 3 times. And you're like, what would you do with a house like that? Like, how do you go about that? Very simple. You go in one piece at a time. Take out all your outlets. You got to take that drywall down, vacuum up all that stuff in there, evaluate every single piece of drywall. It's a big process to remove everything, put it back in. It's very expensive. Keep your houses clean. That's what I'm going to tell you. Now, another one I like to call the dog kennel house. And if you've been in management of any kind, you've either got an apartment, a house, or someplace in your command that is like this. And it's really, really nasty unless you're just starting off. And then you're just completely a butt about it. Because you need to be. Because you don't want a place like this. Alright? These people have messed up like 3 trailers now. The first one, y'all see me tear down. And if that video didn't get put up there, I'm sorry. But one of which we've torn down. Another one I was able to fix after it sat for like 3 to 4 years vacant. I came in and they were like, oh no, we don't do that house because it's horrible. I went in, I ripped out floors, ripped out drywall, ripped out all kinds of stuff, repainted, redid everything. Kills was my best friend. No, I am not associated with them whatsoever, otherwise I'd have had a commercial or something. But I'm not. It's just a good product. Now, with that being said, this place is so bad, you walk up to the house, you get to the curb, and you start smelling it. You're like, what's that nastiness? Now, this is worse than any dog kennel, cat kennel of any kind whatsoever. Horrible. Absolutely just thinking about it makes me want to puke. It's horrible. Now, what's bad? People still live there. You heard me. People still live in the home. Now, I need to hurry this up because my lunch has got about 10 minutes left. I'll have to post this at the end of the day. Now, people still live in the home, and it's horrible. And we're like, all right, you got to clean this place up. We go in there, and there's the roaches have freaking nightclubs in the corners. They've got freaking cities. It's horrible. It's just stuff everywhere. There's cat poop and like cat poop, like an inch thick everywhere in the house. And you got to go in there and change a hot water tank, and you're like, I'm not putting my knee down in that. You need to clean that out first. See, I'm itching it. Horrible. Tell them to clean it out. They come after it with a shovel. I'm like, oh my goodness. And you'd think, okay, well, you can put on a respirator, right? And got the big filters on it. And yeah, if you want to spray that thing down with Febreze first, because smell still gets through. Particles might not, but the smell does. It's that bad. Horrible. Now, when you get evicted, some people know about this. After you've gone to court, they give you 10 days to get out. If you're not out in that 10 days, we have to take you back to court and get another 5 days for the sheriff to come and throw you out. Alright, so we take this lady to court, and we have 10 days. We notice that the day of the court, they move a bunch of stuff out. And they come back here and there, but they don't really go in. They just kind of come back to the yard, and I thought it was really weird because they didn't really leave with anything. 10 days in the summertime. Summertime. 100-degree temps. That puts the inside of a trailer at like 190, 100, 110 sometimes. It gets hot. I mean, these things are like little tin cans. Well, it was 100 degrees in this house. They took a standing deep freeze that was full of meat, put all the meat in one big trash bag on the floor, and then left it for 10 days in the heat. No electricity, so this thing's not on. The smell of rancid meat is the second hardest smell that I've ever had to get out. What can beat rancid meat? Now, it doesn't beat it in the sense that it's nasty smell. It beats it because it stays. And that is old dog. And I mean like old, tumorous dog. You know what I'm talking about if you've had animals. You know. It's that old dog smell. You can't get that out of anything. You can't get that out of the carpet. It's horrible. You almost have to replace the carpet just to do it. With that being said, please clean your house. Don't watch this video and be like, oh, my house is not that bad. It's not nearly as bad as those. I can wait a day. Don't wait a day to clean your house. Clean your house. Roaches ain't going to wait a day to come in. Gnats and maggots won't wait a day to come in. No. And if you get evicted, don't take it out on your landlord. It is not his fault that you did not pay your bills. Don't do it. Just get the hell out. You don't want to have an eviction on your record and you don't want to pay your bills? Take it up to court and then move out before you go to court. You're going to get that eviction on your record, though, because you moved out at the last minute. When they give you your 10-day notice, move out and you won't get an eviction on your record. Because if we take you to court, we're going for the money. We want that back rent. We want the damages. We want all the money that we can get out of you because you screwed up our place and cost us 6 months worth of money. That's why people get mad about evictions. The landlord, it is not our fault that you didn't pay. It's your fault that you didn't pay. So please don't take it out on the managers by leaving rancid meat or leaving nasty diapers all over the house. That brings me to my final point. My final point, and then I'm going to post this. It used to be, when I was growing up, that if you had single women and single men, you could go to a single woman's house and it'd be clean and nice and neat. Guy's house would be screwed up. I don't know what happened. But now, men have a nice house. And women, young women, I'm not talking like these cougars that have got it all together. No. I'm talking about these women who don't have good jobs. They don't have it all together. And they're relying on their baby daddies to give them child support so that they can pay their bills. And they don't want to work. Some of these houses are so nasty. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. We went into one, we got back from these two girls, they're sisters, they got 3 kids, there's diapers in every room. And I don't mean unused diapers, I mean wet diapers, solid diapers, stuff with diaper nastiness in it. Everywhere. There's underwear, there's clothes that haven't been washed, there's freaking pea-soaked clothes and just trash. Everywhere. Everywhere is nasty. Then, because these women in particular had a little bit of a creative side, they decided to take crayon and mark on the walls and color on the walls. crayon doesn't come off. You can go after it with Goo Gone, and you can go after it with all kinds of stuff. You have to peel the paint because that stuff's coming through. Because it is a powdered color. Yes, powdered color is added to wax in order to make your crayons. So when you put wax on a surface, like latex or acrylic, it will come through. Any kind of product that says cover up. You know, you want to show me something on one of these commercials that says, oh, this paint is great, it covers everything up. Take some crayon, mark on the wall, then do it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all for the very final time. Like I said, I was on my lunch. I've got about 3 minutes left. So I'm going to try and put this on. It might be this afternoon when it gets on. Don't judge a book by its cover. I did it earlier this week. Had a lady come in. Looked real nice. Nice car. A couple kids with her. She's like, hey, I got a decent job. Good. Here's my proof of income. Great. You've worked there for a couple years. Wonderful. I show her around. She's like, all right, cool. She takes the paper. I ask her, do you have any evictions? She says no. I ask you, does she have any felonies? She says no. What do you think I found when I went on CaseNet? Yeah. Felonies. Not any kind of felony, but felonies for beating her husband. Literally. For abusing her husband. Is what I got out of it. For like 5 years, this woman got felony after felony after misdemeanor after felony for whooping her husband's butt. She said she was looking for a place because they got a divorce and he cheated on her. I'm sorry, lady, but if you're whooping my butt, I'm leaving you. You know what I'm saying? Same goes for women. If a guy's whooping your butt, leave. Just leave. It ain't that hard. Just leave. I know there's a whole problem with it. Most people don't think about guys being abused. They think about women being abused in the relationship. But women can be abusers just like men. And people can be taken advantage of very easily. So please, tell the truth when you're looking for a place. That way you don't waste anybody's time. And also, be a good person, or at least try to be. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt, but at least try to be respectful and nice to other people. You may get it back. That smile that you give somebody may be the best thing in their day. To leave y'all with the third and final police report thing, it's horrible. I don't know if I put any in here or not. This 3-year-old tried to kill his mother with a butcher knife. She calls the police, and the police have to make that the report saying that she called the police screaming, I need help, please, oh please, help me, help me, help me. Cops get to her house. He's trying to kill me with a knife, he's trying to kill me with a knife. Cops come in, got the little guns, and they're like, okay, where is the person that's trying to kill you? In this room. I'm holding the door shut. I can't let the door loose. So she opens the door, kind of lets loose the door, jumps back on the couch, hiding, and they got their guns drawn way up top. And a 3-year-old comes out, so they're like, whoop. They put their guns away, grab the knife from the little boy, and took him away because not only was the house dirty, but he was a little odd. Like, he went after his mom with a butcher knife and had enough strength to put the butcher knife through the door. So for all you people out there that have kids, and you just listen to that and watch this, remember, your kids may be the angel, and you may be thinking that they're the bad ones. But then again, your kid might just be evil. I look at my kids all the time. I love my kids. I do. I'm hard on my kids. I don't beat on them anymore. I say anymore. They don't get spankings anymore. Because we've tried everything. Tried wall sits, standing in the corner, all that kind of stuff. All I can say is it took taking my kids and putting them around other people's kids to see that my kids were actually really good, and I have taught them quite a bit. But people are still hard on them. Why? Because they're kids. We want to make sure that they get to be the best that they can. And that's what your job is as a parent. Not to look at your kids. Whenever somebody comes in and says, hey, your kids did bad, you shouldn't immediately jump to, who snitched on my children? Who? Did you snitch on my child? What? No, the proper response to your children just did bad. Huh? Not my children? No. What did they do? I'm going to go whoop that butt right now. That should be a proper answer. Not, who snitched on my children? If your answer to your kids did bad is who snitched on my kids, you're a bad parent. If you choose men, women, or drugs or alcohol over your children, you're a bad parent. If you think that what I'm saying is offensive, you may just be a bad parent. But if you worry about your kids from the time that you wake up to the time that you wake up, that's right, you got to worry about them while you're sleeping, then you may just be a good parent. Just because you don't have a lot of money, maybe you don't have any money, you're still able to put a roof over their head and meal on their plate and clothes on their back. You're probably the better parent than most other people out there. Have a great day.